Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
Weather Watch 12 with Devin Biggs, 5 to 7 a.m.
Tribute Brewing, Airport Road to Bluebird Road, Eagle River.
Straight ahead, a firefighter from Antigo has been charged with child sexual assault. We'll explain the allegations he's facing.
Plus, a recent poll showed that church attendance was down. We'll hear why some local congregations are not seeing a drop.
And One Northwood City recently approved the expansion of the Ice Age Trail. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. January has been a warm month so far, with temperatures often lingering at or just above freezing.
That means we haven't had a significant snowfall so far this year. But that should change tonight. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, outside it's still calm.
Yeah, it's pretty calm out there now, but this is the calm before the storm. We have a winter storm on the way for us beginning late tonight. The heaviest snow arrives for us early tomorrow morning, pre-dawn, making a mess for a commute tomorrow morning and also tomorrow evening. Already, winter storm warnings are posted over the areas you see here in pink in anticipation of 6 or more inches of snow beginning after midnight tonight, but really getting going towards sunrise tomorrow into tomorrow afternoon. Looking outside now, though, in Minocqua, it's nice and clear, but notice how the cloud deck is lowering down now. This atmosphere is getting saturated, and thus it will begin to snow on us tonight, and that snow is going to be locally heavy at times. Lots of clouds out there currently, but here it is entering the picture across parts of Iowa and Missouri. That is all moving our direction. A classic Colorado low, lots of moisture, lots of energy, lots of oomph in the atmosphere, and some wind in there as well. All of this snow moving our way. We could have 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates around sunrise tomorrow morning. Road crews cannot keep up with that, so it's going to be a mess around here tomorrow morning. So our forecast then for tonight, though, is increasing clouds, snow after midnight. That snow could be heavy at times, all snow with low temperatures down near 24. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan?
The Antigo firefighter who ran the department's cadet program was charged this week with child sexual assault. He faces allegations that he inappropriately touched 2 underage members of the program. John Krieger has worked with the Antigo Fire Department for more than 20 years. In the cadet program, Krieger trains teenagers in firefighting. According to the criminal complaint, one victim claims Krieger grabbed her butt at least once a day when she was at the department 4 or 5 months after joining. A second victim claimed Krieger grabbed her butt on her last day in the cadet program last year. Krieger admitted that he did touch the butt of the first victim. A status conference in this case is scheduled for March 6th.
A Gallup poll found church membership in the United States has dipped below 50%. The poll found 2020 was the first year where the majority of Americans are no longer members of a church. 3 years later, some area pastors say they have not seen a decline in membership.
Thankfully, we're about the same level we were, but I will tell you it's not the same people that we probably had 4 years ago.
Pastor Akram, along with Jeremy Vander Galen of Pine Grove Community Church, says that while their churches might not have seen a decline, others may have.
So they don't have any younger families, they don't have any of that, and we have a bunch of that.
Another study done by the group Barna found that COVID did have an effect on attendance, dropping since 2020.
The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is holding a public involvement meeting to discuss a future construction project in Crandon. The meeting is scheduled to take place on Tuesday, January 31st at the Forest County Potawatomi Museum and Cultural Center. A short presentation discussing the proposed project will be given at 6:15, and then attendees can ask questions. The project will take place along Highway 8 from Wisconsin 55 South in Crandon to Wisconsin 32 South in Leona. Construction is currently scheduled to begin in 2025.
January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month. This month, Wisconsin is rolling out a new task force to combat human trafficking. Today, Attorney General Josh Kaul announced the Wisconsin Anti-Human Trafficking Task Force. The task force will identify areas where sex and labor trafficking might happen and deliver training throughout the state. They will also collect and share data on human trafficking in Wisconsin. The task force will collaborate with law enforcement and victim service providers and other agencies investigating human trafficking at the federal and local level. WAHTTF is led by the Wisconsin Department of Justice and Division of Criminal Investigation.
An Eagle River Chamber Committee is hoping to boost tourism in the area using grants. The Eagle River Tourism Promotion and Development Grant Committee is offering another round of grants for nonprofits. Last year, they awarded more than $110,000 to organizations. That includes a Zamboni for the Hockey Dome. The money for the grants is coming from the Eagle River Area Room Tax District funds. Nonprofits can drop off applications at the Eagle River Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. Applications are due by March 31st.
The Wall That Heals is a traveling three-quarter-sized replica of the full-size Vietnam Memorial in our nation's capital. And in May, the Wall That Heals will be making its way to Rhinelander. From May 18th through the 21st, the Wall That Heals will be on display at Nicolet College. During an Up North at 4 appearance, Casey Lehman from the college says they need at least 200 volunteers to have a successful showing. A link to sign up can be found on Nicolet College's website, and that link is on our website, wjfw.com. The Ice Age Trail stretches 1,200 miles across Wisconsin, but it's not completely connected.
Sometimes hikers have to walk on roads to get from one segment to another. But that will change in the Antigo area, at least. Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl joins us now in the studio with more. Nick.
Thanks, Dan. Not only will the Ice Age Trail be adding a beautiful segment, but it won't cost taxpayers anything, thanks to a dedicated alliance of Ice Age Trail volunteers. Langlade County is known as the County of Trails, and Joe Jopek has been working on many of those for 50 years. He began volunteering when he was in his 40s, but now that he's in his 90s, he hopes others will continue the work.
The Ice Age Park and Trail Foundation in 1973, when we got involved, and we were just chapters, they were trying to establish the trail in parts of the state besides the Milwaukee area and the Madison area.
On January 11th, the Antigo City Council approved a plan which would allow Ice Age Trail Alliance volunteers to build a new loop segment on the city property just south of Antigo. The new route is a first step in building a path hikers can follow instead of walking along roadsides to get to the next segment.
Plover River segment in Marathon County and the Kettlebolt segment in Langlade County, and it's about a 25-mile road walk or connecting route, the Alliance calls it.
The proposed segment is in the early stages of planning, with layout set to begin in fall of 2023. Sarah Repp works for the city of Antigo, and she hopes that the trail addition will help further promote the area.
We actually have a number of people that come and either are hiking various segments of the trail or through hike, and a number of them actually stay at our campground.
According to the proposal from the Ice Age Trail Alliance, the project will cost nothing to taxpayers, as trained volunteers will construct and maintain the trail.
I still will miss going out on the trail, but we have a tremendous crew of volunteers that have kept this idea going over the years, and I can't say any more. A lot of people talk about trail angels, those that help people, and I think our volunteer crew is trail angels.